Quarter 1, Module 2, Arts, the Majestic Architecture and Sculpture of Luzon. A pleasant afternoon to everyone. Welcome aboard Cebu Pacific. This is Flight 5J564. We are all bound for Manila. Only guests of this flight should be on board. May I request all guests to please stow your hand luggage properly under the seat in front of you or in the storage bins above you. In addition, please do not leave your baggage unattended. Should you need our assistance, please do not hesitate to call any of your cabin crew. Guests seated by exit rows are required to review the passenger briefing card. If you feel you are unable to carry out the instructions during emergency or concerned about injuries, please notify your cabin crew. May we all request that you stow all your bags in the overhead bins as exit rows must be free from articles at all times. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang Cebu Pacific Flight bilang 564 patungong Manila. Para sa aming panauhin, mangyaring ilagay ng maayos ang inyong kagamitan sa ilalim ng upuan sa harapan ninyo o sa overhead bins. Sa mga panauhing nakaupo sa exit rows, basahin po lamang ang passenger's briefing card. Kung sa inyong palagay ay hindi ninyo magagampanan ang mga panuntunan ng exit rows, ipagbigay alam sa inyong cabin crews sa mga sandaling ito. Fasten your seatbelts and our flight will begin after this short taxiing on the runway of Roa City Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Cebu Pacific Air welcomes you to Manila. On behalf of your flight crew headed by Captain Bueno, with First Officer De La Cruz and the rest of the team, we thank you for choosing Cebu Pacific, your airline of choice. Kalalapag lamang po natin sa paliparang pandaigdig ng Ninoy Aquino. Maligayang pagdating sa Manila. Sa ngalan po ng bumubuo ng lipad na ito na pinangungunahan ni Kapitan Bueno, sa tulong ng unang opisyal De La Cruz, kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa patuloy na pagsakay at pagtangkilik sa Cebu Pacific. Maligayang pagdating. Mabuhay! Welcome to Manila. I am Mr. Christian Bueno and I'll be your tour guide for today. We will begin our tour to Luzon. Enjoy, relax, and have fun. Architecture. We shall now begin our first tour. Our first stop is Calle Crisologo. Calle Crisologo is a narrow and cobblestone 15th century Spanish street in Vigan, Ilocos Sur. And it is considered to be one of the heritage sites in the Philippines. It is lined with antique houses and shops and leading to the town's 100-year-old churches. Vigan is considered as the Intramuros of the North, which retains the Spanish colonial architecture, a fullness of life, and the celebration of the Festival of the Arts. The Spanish-type houses in Calle Crisologo are made of adobe, bricks, lime, terracotta, hardwood floors, and windows of copy shells framed in wooden window panels with huge, high-pitched roofs, large and rectangular living rooms. Welcome to our second destination, Tumawini Church. Tumawini Church is a Baroque church that was built in 1873 and can be found in the municipality of Tumini, Isabela. The structure was built entirely of red bricks and done in the style of late Baroque or early Rococo. It has a 4-story bell tower that looks like a wedding cake. It is a Roman Catholic parish church of the San Matias Apostol, and it is considered the most artistic Greek structure in the country. Third destination, Spanish Gate. Spanish Gate, located in Olongapo City, Zambales, was built in 1885 and served as the entrance to the original Spanish naval station that provides repair, ammunition, supply, and medical support for ships. It has high walls made from locally quarried stone connected to the south gate that faced the waterfront. It was used as a jail during Spanish and American occupation. Fourth destination, the San Andres Apostol Parish Church. The San Andres Apostol Parish Church, located at Barangay South Poblacion, Masinloc, Zambales. The church structure is a standout among Spanish-era churches in the Central Luzon region for having built with coral stone instead of adobe stone. It has saints, niches, vertical windows, carved niche of the town's patron saint, and has carving of geometric shapes and medallions on the pediment. Its belfry is designed like a circular template with lantern and cross. Welcome to our fifth destination, the Parish of the Three Kings. Parish of the Three Kings in Gapan City is a Roman Catholic church built in 1800s, and it is one of the biggest and oldest churches in Nueva Ecija. It has huge side doorways with two standing images of their patron saints on both sides and a mural of the Holy Trinity on the ceiling with the style of Byzantine architecture. The church is made of bricks, adobe, and lime. Welcome to the sixth destination, the St. Dominic de Guzman Parish Church. The St. Dominic de Guzman Parish Church, also known as Abukay Church, is a Baroque church in 17th century located at Barangay Laon, Abukay, Bataan, Philippines. It was built in 1587 and was administered in 1588 by the Dominicans. It is a Renaissance architecture with 5-layer bell tower defined by a decorative balusters and ornamented with semicircular arched windows. It has single or coupled Doric columns, 2 saint niches in the main portal, and 1 in the center. We shall now discuss the different sculpture of Luzon. Bulol. Bulol guard the rice crop of Ifugaos. It is a carved wooden human figure with simplified forms made from a nara tree, which signifies wealth, happiness, and well-being to the Ifugao. Paete. Paete in Laguna is considered as the wood carving capital of the Philippines. Paete is popular for the carving culture of saints and other religious images, decorative carvings of floral patterns, and geometric designs. Gigantes. Gigantes are big papier-mâché caricatures of humans that represent farmers and fishermen, but according to stories, the original Gigantes were representation of hacienderos during the Spanish colonial period. The Gigantes are rendered as a man or woman in various costumes. Their faces give commanding look with their hands on the waist. The earliest Gigantes are composed of a father, mother, and a child. It is originated in the art capital of the Philippines, the Angono Rizal province. Any questions? If none, let us proceed to answer your module. In your arts module 2, please answer what's more, activity 2, activity 2.1, and what I have learned or your reflection. For your additional activity, please draw an architectural design of an antique house or traditional house. Put some details on it that would reflect the unique characteristics of your place, community. Take a photo of your artwork and submit it to your facilitator through Messenger, email, or other media platforms. That ends our beautiful tour for Luzon. I hope all of you enjoyed this moment. Have a nice day. Goodbye.